Welcome to the morning after Super Bowl Week 1 Fantasy Honors Show here. We'll get into the show right away. First of all, I'd like to make a correction. I noticed last week I was pointed out that the Dallas Cowboy defense is actually a member of Team LBM. I had listed as the Horndogs. So sorry, Team LBM. You did have a member of the All Fantasy team. On to the week. First of all, Super Bowl Week 1. Remember, no more high points will be added. So next week, it'll start with team price 0 was 78. The Bruisers was 73.2. Cardinals was 67.7. And the Horndogs was 67.5. I just let ESPN do it. It had it where Tim and I were playing, so we won that game. And then Scott and Burnt. So even though they are in the consolation game, they can easily as win the Super Bowl as anyone else. So it's the four of us with those points. Pretty much whoever probably gets 90. If anyone gets 90, I think they're going to win. 80 might do it. So whoever has the big week this week will probably win the Super Bowl. Big week by team prices, right? Pretty much everyone just had a good week. The Bruisers had a big week from Ezekiel Elliott. Horndogs, a couple guys did okay. Nobody really blew up there in that game, but he just had a really solid week for everyone. My team was led by Jalen Waddle. Really was my best one, and Mahomes. Horndogs had a lot of injuries, COVID injuries, so that'll help him when they come back this week. The fifth place game, sees the Gargoyles take down LBM 104-91. Both those guys are probably very sad they didn't make the Super Bowl because they would have a commanding lead going in, especially without any home field advantage added in that fifth place game. So congrats to the Gargoyles for fifth. Congrats to the Little Big Men for sixth. The OK Bowl will be played between the Minotaurs and the Badgers. And the Toilet Bowl will be played next week between the Maulers and Dr. Dangerous. Dr. Dangerous will have a 24-point lead. So the new things in the prize money is that Little Big Men have 125 total now on the year, and the Gargoyles win an extra 50 for fifth. Consolation round, like I said, this year it'll be Minotaurs versus Badgers. Badgers are looking for their third OK Bowl, and the Minotaurs looking for number 1. On to the Fantasy Honors. Dave Pujic Ward, I believe this is my second straight year of winning it. I had a lot of transactions this year, more than normal. Usually it's close between Josh and myself and Tim. This year I was very busy, so I became David this year more so than ever. But a lot of back and forth moves, so not always the most worthwhile moves. Next up, and this will be the Horndog portion of the show, Eric Redward is the comeback player of the year. Debo Samuel came from possibly being kind of a guy who maybe didn't have much left in his career to the second receiver, 9.9 points per week. The undrafted free agent went to Cordero Patterson, 9th running back, 8.5 points per week. He really came out of nowhere, became a touchdown machine, goal line back, especially early in the year he was getting a lot of passes too, was a very important piece of the Horndog puzzle. The Tom Brady Award went to the best late round draft pick. That went to Van Jefferson, who was drafted in the last round, 5.2 points per week. He was a wide receiver 27. Not the strongest late round picks for us this year. There really wasn't a whole heck of a lot, but Van Jefferson is probably the best. There was somebody, I think, in the 14th round that was okay, but Van Jefferson was later, so that's why I went with him. Next up, then, take a look at the Ryan Leaf Award for the first round bust. That went to Saquon, 9th pick, and only 5.7 points per week. Just not a good year for him. Injuries really hurt him for the Colts, and the Colts were in a kind of rough spot. He was kind of the last of the big backs. Not a whole lot you can do there. Eckler, you would have, in hindsight, proud of the pick, but didn't think he'd get all his touchdowns. So, not the best. Maybe you never know how Saquon will be down the road. Finally, the fantasy MVP was kind of a tough call between the guy who ended up winning it and then Derrick Henry, who was so good at the start of the year. But he only played 9 games or whatever, 8 games, so I couldn't give it to him. So instead it went to Jonathan Taylor, 15 points per game, 7th pick of the year for the Little Big Men. Last year, Dalvin Cook won the award of 15.5. So congrats on that. Finally, we're looking at the Final Four again, like I mentioned above. One of us will win, and then 2, 3, and 4 will be determined by the points. And reminder, no home field ad this week. Thanks for tuning in. Next week, we'll do the wrap-up show on the week. So that is that, guys. We'll play it out. So thank you again for tuning in. Happy New Year. Good luck to everyone in the final pod except for the other 3. Bye.